Rise and shine. Wake up and get to the bag, god damn it. Lord woke us up, we might as well get to this bag. Now, this is my Get to the Bag podcast short Zack Snyder Justice League review, and I'm gonna go over some top 10 scenes in this video. Good movie, man. Good movie. Great movie. Great bounce back from the first movie for sure. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so first, before I go over this video, shout out TV Regent. It had a nice video going over the top 10 scenes in the movie. I pretty much agreed in them being impactful scenes, so I'm going to react to them. But before that, I want to just talk about how the movie in general was just so much better than the first. I mean, I know it was 4 hours, but the way you did it, you really could have watched two, took a break, and then came back and watched the other two and been fine, or broke it up. But it gave way more character development in every character that we really need. There were way more action scenes in this movie than I think I've ever seen in a DC movie. Wonder Woman was more impactful in this movie than in her own movie. So, I mean, what does that tell you? I mean, the Easter eggs. I mean, look, we got Martian Manhunter. I think how they did his CGI was great. The CGI was great. Steppenwolf looked good. Way better than the first. I was liking the armor, the personality. Everything they tried to do, they hit this time. And you could see the difference in the movies, because the last movie, it was like basically, they were rushing through it. They just took some of the main scenes and was like, all right, this is the movie. But now we got to see the team coming together. I mean, Cyborg's origin story was great. He was like the shining star of the movie, to be honest. Like, I was feeling everything he was going through with his battle with, accepting the fact he's a cyborg. And this is going to be a spoilers review. So if you ain't watch it, you're going to have to click off. But I gave y'all some time, dang. I didn't give y'all like 2 weeks or something. But, his father dying, even that scene was intense. And you really got more connected with each character. I think they did better with the Flash. I mean, Ben Affleck's Batman even looked better, and people love to poke fun at that. So it was just overall like a way better experience in this time around. And even though it was 4 hours, it's like it didn't feel like 4 hours I thought would feel watching a movie, because everything needed to be there. Like, we got some clips from the old gods and Zeus and then the big fight scene. But overall, I think that it was definitely, I think it was definitely a great situation, because overall it was like, it wasn't lacking anything to me. I'll say it wasn't lacking anything. I don't think, they missed anything, plot points, whatever. But let's get into this video. All right, so this is a cutscene at the end. Martian Manhunter, coming to Bruce and telling him, basically, I'm trying to get down with the guys. We got a lot from Darkseid, getting to see, his past fight scene. That one scene with the Flash when he saved Shorty, I think that was a real cool scene. We got some more information about, a lot of the characters, but you know what I'm saying? The final battle scene was amazing. It really was. You got so much more in that final battle scene. They really outdid themselves with the CGI. The parademons were getting demolished. Like, we was really seeing the Justice League really work. Like, especially, as a team, because it seemed so forced before. But this time, I mean, come on, look at this. Look at this. This dude Cyborg was wilding, and I was all for it. Like, it was intense, And then you seen the blunders when they was trying to resurrect them, and it wasn't working. And even the beef between Wonder Woman and Steppenwolf, like, I felt it way more in this movie than I did the last movie. They were really more mortal enemies than anyone, because they had history, So, because she technically represented the old gods, if you want to compare, like, the fights, As far as, the suiting up and everybody basically becoming a team, you got to see the growing pains getting to that process. Aquaman not really wanting to do much of anything, because remember, this is before his movie and he kind of assumes his role, so he's just like, I don't really want to do this, but I guess I have to. You got Barry, he just hopping on the scene. He's really like young Flash. He look like he's small time right now, still trying to find his confidence. And then you got Cyborg, who, just stepped into this role and was just so important to them, because he's like literally, what they did to his character is made him like a computer god, basically, which is awesome, because in a technology age, it's like, wow, what else? So he'll be surfing, the web, and then he'll be right there. So he can be like 2-3 places at once, which is awesome, And Ben Affleck did such a great job on the second time around with this Batman and trying to rectify his mistakes, and the resurrection of Batman was so much more. I felt that it was so much more important, because they gave us every little thing leading up to that final decision. You felt we shouldn't do it, we got to do it, but I don't know, like you that was real. You feel me? And I like the Flash in this cut way better. I was not a fan at all in the last cut. I was just like, get this guy out of here, man. This ain't the Flash. You know what I'm saying? You ain't the real Charles Barkley, man. I wasn't feeling it, but he did a way better job. Even here, the Pet Sematary jokes, the Wonder Woman jokes, and he's like, yo, bro, she's like thousands of years old. Everyone's younger. Like, I don't know what you think you finna do, but everything from breaking into the facility to resurrect Superman was good, because we didn't even know how they did. They just popped up to resurrect him in the last movie, So this movie, you got it, and then even the resurrection scene was better. The fight, Superman looking like he was finna just destroy Batman, which was so much, thank you, because Batman vs Superman was so crazy. The scene between Lois and it seemed to be Martha, Superman's mom, that was real intense, because you was getting their perspective of what was going on, them losing the farm, the money and all the other stuff, and them like, damn, like we really lost somebody that people don't really know. And, that scene was so crazy. And then for the scene the whole time is Martian Manhunter. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about, DC. This is what I'm talking about. This is what you need to do. Stuff like this. This is like, that I was surprised by. It caught me off guard. And you started to get the first, you know what I'm saying? Look at that. You start to get the transformation. CGI is great in this scene. You start to get the first glimpse of Martian Manhunter, what he get into. That's how you introduce characters, okay? Now, Steppenwolf in Atlantis was hard body, yo. He was bodying these Atlanteans, man. They was getting wrecked in their own waters, in their own side of the pool. You feel me? So it was a really good fight scene. This is definitely one of my favorite fight scenes. Shorty, I can't remember her name, trying to take all the fluids out of Steppenwolf. That was a good attempt, but that wasn't finna work. Aquaman, he ain't really as mixy as you would want him to be in this, but you gotta remember, this is before his movie, so he's still just like, he ain't really Aquaman yet. He's still growing into that character. So, but in all, this was a very good fight scene in itself. They was, and then there's so much backstory that needed to be done. When the cubes were getting taken away and gathered by Steppenwolf, it made sense. It was like a flow, so that's another thing that was really good in this movie. The exchange between basically the Flash and Batman, to start off his kind of story arc, that was better. You got a real more a sense of, because I think they had scenes with him going to visit his dad. That wasn't in the other movies. So you get some scenes from his dad, you get some of his motivations, and you see that, he's a guy who don't really have no circle. This is young Flash where he don't really got nothing. He's smart enough to supply his own equipment. And then he's like, hold up. this the guy. This the man. Okay, I'm trying to see what's up with you. And I think it was even hilarious that, in breaking out all of these characters, you see how Batman really doesn't have any powers. And in the comics, it's like, yeah, that's Batman. But when you're making a live, beautiful car, by the way. When you're making a live movie, it's just like, all right, bro, what's your power? Like, yo, I got that bag. I fund all of this. Because clearly y'all keep forgetting superheroes don't just magically have money. But it's just hilarious. Everybody, using their powers to get around, and Batman got all the trinkets and stuff. Yeah, I mean, the football scene with Vic, I think, was also a very good scene. I liked it a lot, being a football fan, and you get more of a sense of who he was before he became Cyborg, and you need that. You can't force that. You got scenes from his mom, his dad. You get this sense of what his life was like, and why his dad brought him back. You get this man's real story arc, not some rushed, this is just Cyborg. And clearly he's going to be one of the major pieces in the Justice League if they continue it, because I heard this and that with Warner Brother. I don't know what they doing, but all I do know is and this is what I'm talking about, the scenes where it's just like he's realizing his technological advancements to everything. He's a living computer. Like, it's crazy. This is like a part man, part mother box computer. So he technically got two moms. Wow, look at that. Oh yeah, this is one of the scenes where I really liked a lot. I mean, seeing him save his love interest, that was something you definitely needed from the Flash. His motivations, they got Shorty in there. I think, yeah, she's cute too. They got a nice actress. I was feeling the casting in this one also, and then him, really seeing how time just looked to him probably all the time when he get into that mode, and he just like, I'm gonna save this. Can't let this get hurt. And then he gonna put the glizzy in his pocket. Yo, this Flash character, I'm telling you did way better this time around than last time, because last time I was just like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Like, who? You know this guy? He's with you? Like, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it at all. But of course you see that, and then he popped back in like, yeah, so I could work this day and that day. Hilarious. Classic Flash stuff. Yeah, Steppenwolf and the Amazonians, like I said, I felt that intense rivalry and beef way more. Like, I felt like it really was up and stuck. Like, they knew about Steppenwolf, he knew about them, and it was up. Like, they knew exactly what to do. This fight scene with the parademons to seal the tomb was way better than the last film, because they was, they was bout it. Like, this is how I want to see some Amazons. Like, Zack Snyder may need to do the next Wonder Woman movie if it's going to be good. Don't make it 4 or 3 hours or nothing like that. Like, make it a 2-hour movie. Make it as long as the last movie. Just put all this stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? Put all this stuff, because this was good scenes. I mean, the runaway scene was way better because they was still working him. He was working them, And it kind of showed you how, like, the Amazons, it showed you everybody's limits in the game, which I appreciate. These rated R movies putting the powers really to the test and showing everybody's limits. Okay, they did what they could, but you know what I'm saying? So, and then bringing Superman back with the black Superman suit, I loved it. I mean, pretty much the action scenes with Superman was how I wanted it to be. He was cocky, he was confident, he wasn't struggling. He was like, you the bull? Oh, you feel me? That's what I want to see from Superman. People tired of seeing Superman get trashed, laser, bop, laser, bop, laser. He was trashing him. That's what I want to see from Superman. I don't want to see Superman get beat up by Batman and all these other goofies. I want to see Superman really going in like this, and then everybody like, Clark, and he like, what? That's what I want to see. Okay, Wonder Woman, of course, at the end beheaded him. Beautiful. That's the exclamation point. That's the exclamation point. You behead him, you send him on his way. You send him back to from whence he came. Okay? Yeah, and it just, just all of the great scenes in this movie. This movie just really it knocked it out the park. I'm actually so proud of what they did, and I believe that if DC is smart, they will continue this Zack Snyder Justice League universe. So if you like the video, you know what to do, and if you do one thing, just do this for me. Get to that bag, goddammit. It's your boy Vinciano The Prince.